Here we go, red and green army. The Anderson era is back again. Liam Cook coming to you live from the Cameron Slater Arena, and the incredible duo of Anderson and Morton are back at the Red and Greens after a week of change at the Red and Greens. As we say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. 5 years after their last Coventry United match, Messrs Anderson and Morton are back. But now it all falls to these 11 men on the field to see what they can do against a side who can go top tonight, with Nuneaton and Ayleston Park both out of action due to the weather. It's Coventry United versus Histon. United kicking from left to right in the red and green, and Histon in their away strip of all blue. Let's get into your starting lineups, kicking off with Histon. Jake West, Danny Gould, Aidan Tockley, Joe O'Neill, Max York, Carl Saffrey, Jordan Foster, Theo Goddard, Connor Barnes, Luke Crisp and Danny Bulk. And to avoid with the early cross sliding block made by Saffrey. Going to get it out of danger early here. And here's Ryan Harkin, famed for scoring plenty of goals on this ground, and a brilliant save from West. Devoyle following in. And the Coventry United lineup, just two changes, Miles and Wilson back in. Cameron Dunn with another opportunity from the cross. Wilson with the attempted header, just slid off his head and out on the other side. Lewis Wilson, a very capable striker. Will this finally be the day he scores his first Coventry United goal? So the lineup in full for United: Dan Moore, Harry Sawyer, Steph Morley, Adam Miles, Chris Cox, Luke Downs, Charlie Shaw, Riley Devoyle, Ryan Harkin, Lewis Wilson and Cameron Dunn. And good news for the Red and Green Army, Charlie Faulkner is back on the bench. Here's Dunn for the Red and Greens in midfield, slots it down the right and Charlie Shaw will take over. Overlapping room being made by Harry Sawyer, and Sawyer looking for the route in, cut off by the left back and hooked upfield. Downs brings it under control for the Red and Greens. Across now from Cox to Steph Morley. Space out wide, Morley. And the through ball towards the right of Devoyle, and the offside flag is up against the United vice-captain. Harkin lurking in there too. And this is a day where we have to say a massive thank you to the Coventry United TV media team. We got absolutely drenched last time we were here at Spinks Drive against West Bromwich Albion. The laptop didn't work for 3 days, the camera didn't work for 2. But Chris and Anthony are out there braving the conditions, bringing you the best footage they can bring you. Well, us chickens here, we're stood in the Willie Nibbs Memorial stand. Hopefully a little bit drier than the game against West Brom, and hopefully a successful one as well. United drawing 0-0 and losing on penalties against that very game under 18s. Lewis Wilson barged off the ball in the midfield, and that will be a free kick to the Red and Greens. Cox wants options. Sawyer is free on this near side. Luke Crisp, the man who gave away the free kick. Morley. Wilson with the header on. Devoyle's going to be a couple of paces behind it. United making the early running. We had 4 minutes gone at a sodden Cameron Slater Arena. Coventry Spinks in action at Long Eaton this afternoon in the Northern Premier League Midlands. Many thanks to everyone at the Spinks for accommodating us again today. We're back at the Butts this time next week for the visit of Newport Pagnell Town, back in home surroundings. Cox stabs on. Here's Ryan Harkin. Shields from Saffrey. It's taken over by Max York, sporting a Terry Butcher-style headband. Launched upfield, and Bolt could do nothing with it. Luke Downs, who's a dab hand at Spinks Drive. Sawyer, Shaw. Downs tracks back and cuts away from Bulk. Chris Cox to Dan Moore, who had a pristine match against West Brom on his last visit here. Sends it along the left flank. It should be easy pickings for Saffrey, ahead of Ryan Harkin. Thumped away by West. Ironic, last week we had North in goal, now we've got West. Still got South and East to go. Slide in by Luke Downs to deny Jordan Foster the chance to break. Morley. Luke Downs. Now it's with Miles. DeVoyle. Bobbles through the midfield and Dunn lost a step. York plays it through for Danny Bulk. And he's not going to beat Cox. Cox seemingly fully recovered after a injury scare against Histon, but the ball slices off Dan Moore's right boot. Out for a throw-in to the Stoots. So named as the original name of Histon was Histon Institute, after the company who formed the club. History lessons all around here at Spinks Drive today. And the throw is in towards Max York, but United able to clear. Harkin scoops it up. Morley, tapped back by DeVoyle. Dunn. And Adam Mars thumps it along the left touchline, too far along the left touchline for DeVoyle's liking. A throw-in it will be, just shy of the Stoots penalty area. And the throw from Danny Gould. Back by Wilson, but on by Joe O'Neill. Sends it over, looking for the run of Connor Barnes. It will trickle back to Moore. No harm done for the Red and Greens. It's out with the captain, Chris Cox. He's played more games than any other Coventry United player, and most of them have been under Terry Anderson and Luke Morton. Downs to Dunn. Cushion header by Tockley. DeVoyle gets it back. Ryan Harkin loses out to York and charges it down. The Histon Terry Butcher getting stuck in. Tockley with ball in hand. Throws it all the way back to West. Tockley put immediate pressure from Harkin. This is a high line play by Coventry United, and it's working. Cameron Dunn. Wilson avoids the slide of Safri. Onto the seconds is Charlie Shaw, dispossessed by Theo Goddard and sent along the right. Danny Bulk battling with Adam Mars, who slips it out. United going with experience at the back, with Miles and Cox at the centre. Steph Morley moving out to the left. Danny Fraser given a well-earned rest after a tough couple of weeks. Well, it's going to be a throw-in for Danny Gould, the Histon right back. Oh, good one for Morley to control. Downs. Histon trying to force their way through, but United are going to stand firm against that. Sawyer bobbles through the middle, just shy of Ryan Harkin. Goddard. Now Jordan Foster loses that one-on-one duel with Sawyer, curled along the right flank, and now the chase is on between York and Harkin. It's a battle won by the Histon centre-back. And West out with Theo Goddard. On to Tockley. Cox retrieves at the back. Downs to Sawyer. Charlie Shaw on the ball, the former Highgate United man. And DeVoyle lunging in to try and collect the ball from Theo Goddard. Went through the calf of the Histon number 8. It will be early for a yellow card on just 9 minutes. And it is going to be a word of warning from Adam Crosby-Smith, the man in black in the middle. Crosby assisted by Kieran Large and Andrew Ewing this afternoon. And Goddard saying, why are you letting DeVoyle get away with it? It was a rash challenge, but according to the ref, not one deserving of a yellow card. And West will place the ball just into Histon territory. The Stoots need to try and find a route into this game. It's been all Coventry United so far. But the chance may come from the boot of the goalkeeper. West floats it towards York. It's header on by the centre-back. Shaw got enough on it to find Cameron Dunn. And Dunn scoops it left with Ryan Harkin. Overlaps aplenty. Harkin's got options. Goes left with DeVoyle. And now on to Lewis Wilson. Can he judge it? It's Wilson over the keeper. He's got it! The Anderson effect! Lewis Wilson finally bags his first Coventry United goal with a beautiful loop over West. It's been coming. You've seen the prospect of Lewis Wilson, his hard work on the pitch. He's been unlucky in front of goal, but his luck was in today. Spotting West off his line, and the former strike partner of Ivan Toney with a delightful lob over the Histon number 1. Coventry United 1, Histon 0. Lewis Wilson with the first goal under new management. The Red and Green Army never doubted him. What a start for Coventry United. 10 minutes in, they lead by 1-0 through Lewis Wilson. And they're immediately back on the march. York smacks it against his own centre-back there. In Joe O'Neill at Histon, clearing their lines. And Cox tries to head it back to the goalkeeper. And Miles cuts out Connor Barnes at the knees. Throw in left side of the penalty area for Coventry United. Probing ball into the area, easy pickings for Moore. The perfect start for Coventry United. And there's the man who's overseeing it all, Ray Nowak, the chairman of Coventry United. He's had some hard decisions to make recently, but it looks like this one's paying off. Red and Greens have a throw midway into Histon territory on 12 minutes. Patience from Morley. Flicked on by Ryan Harkin. Safari first the punch and sends it skyward into the training pitch. And we are going to need another match ball. We'll bring you the latest on what's going on in the professional leagues, as and when we can, as well as the limited action in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Of course, the big result from up Jimmy Hill way. Coventry City 2-0 down after 30 minutes, ending up 3-2 victors over West Bromwich Albion. And the throws are done. DeFoyle cut out by Goddard. Downs keeps United on the right path. Morley and Charlie Shaw fancies it. It wouldn't be the first long-range hit he's had this season. So in the Premier League, one final score: Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. Bournemouth behind early at home to West Ham United, I should say, by 1-0. Brighton 0, Brentford 0, Fulham 0, Sunderland 0, Liverpool 0, Forest 0, and Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 0. I'm sure the United gaffers, of course, they're going to be focusing on the game, but they'll want to know what's going on at Anfield. Both Luke Morton and Terry Anderson, die-hard Liverpool fans, but they can't all be perfect, can they? Game of head tennis going on in the midfield. It's eventually volleyed on by Crisp. Bulk collects on the right-hand side, or does he? No, Morley gets between player and ball, and job finished emphatically by Adam Miles. Done. Sawyer urged to travel as he collects on the right wing. Charlie Shaw's with him. Still going Harry Sawyer, and look for the through ball to Ryan Harkin. Bobbles into the grasp of West. If Histon are victorious, with Ayleston and Nuneaton both rained off today, they could go top of the league. And a gnarly lunge in by Safari, and a little kick out there on Cameron Dunn as well. Free kick to the Red and Greens. Will there be any further punishment for the Stoots number 6? It's just a cautionary word from Adam Crosby-Smith. No yellow card for Carl Safari. He can count himself lucky there. Morley who clips it in. And Mars arriving at the far post, headed away by Safri. Cox tried on the volley. Shaw out wide again with Morley, who took the initial free kick, through down the left-hand side for Ronnie Devoyle. Beats Safri to it, goes down. Referee gives a corner. Well, if he'd given the goal kick, then there really would be questions to ask. But he's judging that Safri, in fact, is debating the award of the corner. Well, if he didn't touch the ball and there was contact with Devoyle, then it would have been a completely different matter. And the referee would have been left with only one decision to make. So Safri, again, treading a bit of a tightrope here. It's Charlie Shaw in towards that near post. And out. In by the number 9, Connor Barnes. Along the left flank. Turned away as far as Harkin. Shaw. Neat turn by Lewis Wilson to create some separation, and United can build from the back. Here's Chris Cox. Didn't realise the ball was so close, and a trip by Theo Goddard. United had the free kick in the centre circle, and Morley is going to take a quick one. Harry Sawyer did well to juggle that back into United control. Handing it back on Charlie Shaw, and Goddard's done well to come away with it. Slides it to Tockley and goes out holding his ankle. Didn't look like there was any contact from Harry Sawyer. Barnes battling his way through the United back line on his own, and eventually the free kick given for a little barge by Chris Cox, and Cox is walking away with a limp. Oh, there were injury concerns for Coventry United's captain at Moulton last week, starting with the first goal. Cox certainly lost a step that day. Let's hope that there won't be any sort of issues today, as it's a quick lob into the area over York, who's now playing a higher line, and it's into the hands of Moore. Morley. Here's Dan Moore. United have got to get it clear. It's not the most clinical of clearances there, and a shove off the ball by Tockley on Charlie Shaw. Free kick Coventry United in front of the away technical area. Histon with a bit of a brutish start, I think we can call it. But after 17 minutes, it is Coventry United who lead by 1-0 through Lewis Wilson's first goal for the club. Sawyer. Just looking for Riley Devoyle, just skins the head of the United vice-captain out on the opposite side for a throw, level with the Histon box. Another hopeful ball down the right. This time there was not a United touch as it flies out of play. United with a throw on the halfway line. Well, we've only got updates from 2 other matches. Littleworth and Nuneaton, Ayleston Park and March. We have confirmed that are rained off. No updates from Easington, Nirvana, Manchester, Ainsbury, Newport or at home to Oadby, or Northampton against Atherstone. So we do know that Moulton are 1-0 up at Hinckley AFC. Dunn shepherding the ball away from Safri. It's a determined run from Cameron Dunn. The cross is too high and dips into the hands of West. And in the other game, Northampton Sowerby Rangers taking on Yaxley. It's 0-0 there. Wayward arm by Goddard. Referee says nothing doing, and sticking his laces through that one. The Histon midfielder straight into the goalkeeper's path there, Dan Moore. Luke Downs. Sawyer free on the right side. Pulls back into the middle and Luke Downs. Devoyle, beautiful flick onto Sawyer, and Sawyer curls it in. Didn't have enough curl on it. Was looking for the onrushing Ryan Harkin. Claimed by West, and Charlie Shaw charges down the attempted clearance from Danny Gould. And another match ball is going to be needed. United with the perfect start on 10 minutes through Lewis Wilson, leading by 1-0, 20 gone. We will be going off air at half time for a quick drinks break, so get yourself a mug of something hot or a glass of something cold and get back here for 4 o'clock for the conclusion of today's United Counties League Premier Division South match. Return to sender from that throw in there, hooked out by Downs. And despite the conditions, there are plenty of members of the Red and Green Army here to back the Red and Greens under their, quote, new management duo. Gold, just slide it through to Barnes, slid away by Adam Mars. There's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding on this pitch. Gold, looking to duck past Lewis Wilson. Foster smacks it against Steph Morley for a Histon throw-in, just down line from the United box. It's Gold with ball in hand. Referee allows play on. Cleared as far as Tockley on the halfway line. Dinks it through for Danny Bulk. Now Aidan Tockley. Sticks it into the area. It's an aimless ball there from Aidan Tockley. Barnes nowhere near it. Histon already looking out of ideas. It's deflected back to Danny Bulk. Now Barnes, back to Bulk, crossing opportunity, covered up by Wilson, pulls it away from Wilson, crossing by Bulk, and header away at the far post by Steph Morley. Joe O'Neill, and out comes Dan Moore, claims it well. Sticking his laces through that one, the former Worcester City shot stopper has made himself right at home this season at Coventry United. Goddard picks it up for Histon. Diving header on the ground from Adam Miles to Riley DeVoyle. Now Morley sending Dunn on a mission. York, it's a tame header back to the goalkeeper, but it has the legs. Tockley. Joe O'Neill. Now Aidan Tockley. Under pressure from Charlie Shaw, and that pressure has paid off for Coventry United. Ryan Harkin, and a swing at Harkin from Tockley. You can hear the clatter from the stand. No doubt that is a United free kick on the edge of the area. And deservedly so. The yellow card coming out from Adam Crosby-Smith. Aidan Tockley, the first man in the book for the Stoots. And Steph Morley getting the orders from Terry Anderson. No floaters, just pace. Gary Hardick in conversation, the first team coach, with Luke Morton. Well, United have not made the most of their set pieces this season. Can Steph Morley give Coventry United some breathing room? Red Green's lined up on the fringes of the penalty area. Is Steph Morley thinking of something more direct? It's called in by Morley and bounces into the grasp of West. And quickly distributed by the Stoots number one. Theo Goddard gives chase, barged off the ball by Harry Sawyer, and they're battling for the loose seconds. It's Sawyer who tracks away. Still going Sawyer, and Histon feel that Sawyer was a tad too forceful there. Look, fair game to me. Downs through the middle. Here's Riley DeVoyle. Slots it through the gap in the defence, but Cameron Durns a stride behind. Out comes West. Danger over for now. Onto the head of Charlie Shaw. Cushions it down, looking for Lewis Wilson, but his opposite number 10, Luke Crisp, gets in the way and holds it up. Left corner of the penalty area. It's now with Danny Bulk. Twisting and turning out of Harry Sawyer's range, but straight into touch. the throw for Sawyer. Charlie Shaw shielding from Bulk. And Harkin knows it's going to be a losing battle and lets it harmlessly roll back to Jake West in the Histon net. Falls kindly to the feet of Sawyer. Flicked onto the chest of Charlie Shaw from Downs. Here's Downs again, the former Coventry Spinks man. Won the league here at Spinks Drive a couple of years ago. Cox has to think quickly as Jordan Foster zones in, but slides it to the left-hand side. And Steph Morley, the non-league veteran, one time of Leamington. Now Wilson wants on the books at Northampton Town. Downs again. So mainstay in the Spinks team with his brother Jack. It's Morley looking for Harkin. And Safri has gifted it back to Ronnie DeVoe. Couldn't take it past Safri. And no nonsense stuff from Joe O'Neill straight into the United dugout. Sawyer puts it on a plate for Luke Downs from the throw. Sawyer digs it in for Harkin. It's a much more competent clearance this time from York. Here's Connor Barnes, holds up, waiting for backup. And here is the backup in bulk. Has got Cox for company. Cox trying to avoid giving away a penalty like he did against Moulton. Smacks it out for a goal kick off Danny Bulk. And Dan Moore has gone down with an apparent injury. Now, Coventry United do not have a substitute goalkeeper on the bench. I retired a few years ago, and plus I'm not registered as a player, unfortunately. I made an appearance against Coventry Cotswold in a charity match 5 years ago and conceded 2 goals in 3 minutes. So, not the worst Coventry United record in history, but it's up there. So 27 minutes gone here at the Cameron Slater Arena, affectionately known as Spinks Drive. Coventry United 1, Histon 0. The first match in charge of Coventry United for 5 years for Terry Anderson and Luke Morton, departing the club in November 2020. They came agonisingly close to getting United where they feel they belong. Step 4 in the COVID-hit 1920 season. Well, Dan Moore, after some medical magic from Lucy Stead, is fit and raring to go, as are the 2 young men warming up in the technical area. Charlie Faulkner and Stanley Dew both have been out with injury until recently, and Faulkner has been utilised mainly at left back this season in the absence of Steph Morley. But now with Morley and Danny Fraser to fill in on the wing, it's likely we'll see Faulkner in his preferred attacking midfield role if he does make an appearance today. And we are back underway for the final 15 minutes of this first half here on CUTV. It's Cox. Switches the play beautifully to Morley. Harkins up there waiting for him. It's up to Harkins. Stern chance from behind by Safri. And Safri nudged over as he played the ball away. Referee says play on. Bulk. Dispossessed by Harry Sawyer right under his nose. Now Luke Downs. Steph Morley. Clips it along the left wing. Volley back where it came from by Gould. Crisp. And Goddard launches it over the United back lines. Adam Miles has got to be careful here. He's able to pirouette around Connor Barnes. No last-ditch heroics needed on that occasion. Shaw, there's plenty of space for Lewis Wilson, almost no one in the same postcode. Chips the defence. Ryan Harkin will get there before it goes out for the goal kick. Cameron Dunn tries to slide it into Ronnie DeVoyle and hooked away by Tockley. Morley keeps it alive. Charlie Shaw, past 1, past 2. It's still Shaw. And got the ball caught between his feet. Unlucky there for the former Highgate man. Luke Crisp. And it's offside against Connor Barnes. I don't think Barnes was getting there anyway. And it's taken quickly to Morley. Chris Cox receives at centre-back. Wilson dropping deeper. Here's the skipper again, the all-time appearance maker for Coventry United. And they're just knocking it around the defensive zone. Cox look for something more advanced, but Tockley cutting it out. I can only return it to Cox. Morley. Done the target. Safri punts it out for another United throw. Oh, no movement in the other games in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Still Hinckley 0, Moulton 1 and Sowerby 0, Yaxley 0. But there has been a goal at Anfield and it's not gone to Liverpool. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Murillo with the goal for Sean Dyche's men. Dyche ball is alive and kicking. And Brentford are 1-0 up at Brighton through a Igor Thiago penalty. York gives it away cheaply to Devoyle, and now Cameron Dunn. Safri tracks back. Did he knock it out of Cameron Dunn? Harkin will keep it in just to be safe. In by Harkin and smothered by West. Rolled out with Danny Gould at right back for Histon. Looking for a foothold in this game. They've not really challenged the Red and Green's goalkeeper Dan Moore yet. Adam Miles on the ball for the Red and Greens after another failed Histon counter. Morley all the way back to Morris, who was shaken off that earlier injury. The rain has stopped now here at Spinks Drive. There were concerns about the condition of the pitch, but the groundsman, Martin Sutton, was adamant this morning. This game is going ahead, and it is holding up fairly well. Sawyer through the legs to Lewis Wilson. Stay clever, keep them together. Devoyle switches the play, and Steph Morley juggles it. Down line with Shaw. Luke Downs to Devoyle. Puts Harry Sawyer through. Will he reach it before it heads out? Yes, he will, marginally. Now Sawyer taking on Tockley. The outstretched leg of Tockley patting the ball away, but Sawyer to Devoyle. Kilton wasn't there by Devoyle. Block made by York. And the danger ended by Safri. Cox wanted to try and let it go out for a throw, but it didn't have the legs on it. He'll keep it in and find Adam Miles. His first start since the Nuneaton game in the League Cup a few weeks ago. He's been struggling with his knee. He wasn't supposed to actually start that match. Charlie Faulkner was. And because of the injury, Morley was utilised at left back and Miles brought in. He didn't make it through the first half. Morley, great run this. Brian Harkin, Histon stacking men back. Will there be enough to handle Brian Harkin? No, they won't. But West did enough to keep it at 1-0. All the way back to the United end as Adam Miles turns and blasts it out off Jordan Foster for the United ball on the far side. "11 minutes to go until half-time at the Cameron Slater Arena. Named in tribute to a lad beloved by many who was sadly taken far too soon. We're also housed here in the Willie Nibbs Memorial Stand, a legendary Coventry United manager who passed away in a car crash on the way back from a Spinks game in the year 2000. Tockley returns the ball to Western United, putting pressure on Histon in their own ballpark. To York, and Histon have escaped but not for long. Goddard's ball under hit towards Gould. Luke Downs looked to capitalise. Dunn, and Safri runs over it, allowing Cameron Dunn, the second top scorer for Coventry United, to keep the red and greens rolling. Downs, Shaw, behind to Miles. United don't want to rush things. Patient build-up play. Will they reap the rewards? Here's Cox. Adam Miles. And the offside flag up against Steph Morley. Now, he's not a man who is called offside too many times in his career, so I think you'll take that like a badge of honour. And we're back underway with Jake West. Safri gets the call, but not quick enough. Devoyle in, squares it, Cameron Dunn, 2-0! United's high press does the trick. Cameron Dunn back among the goals. But Raleigh Devoyle with a massive hand in United's second. Safri thought he was safe. He didn't see Devoyle lurking in the shadows. And unselfishly, the vice-captain squares it for the more than capable Cameron Dunn to slide it home. United have been infallible in this first half, and they're showing it on the score sheet. Coventry United 2, Histon 0. Breathing room for the red and greens, but the old adage goes, there's no lead more dangerous in football than 2-0. Crisp is battling hard. He's got the throw in, shielding from Harry Sawyer. Sawyer heads away, flicked on by Lewis Wilson. He's having a great day in the attacking midfield position for Coventry United. Now Cameron Dunn. O'Neill gets his body between player and ball and finds Theo Goddard. Goddard asking a bit too much of Connor Barnes, and more will stop the ball in its tracks and gather. Oh, it's not quite the washout we had against West Brom, but it's still a greasy surface at the Cameron Slater Arena. But no need for hydration breaks today. And Barnes chasing that ball, and Chris Cox trying to slide it away. Barnes is through, smashes it across the face of goal. A missed opportunity for Histon, and there haven't been many of them in this first half. Done. Harkin beat the offside trap, but didn't beat Gould to the ball. Barnes receives from Tockley. And Goddard looks for the through ball to Foster, and cutting across, smacking it out. Adam Miles doing his duty. Well, there's a former Coventry United goalkeeper in attendance here, Declan Duggan. Walking apartment block. And Harry Wilson, who is still signed on for the Red and Greens, currently getting some minutes over at Kenilworth Sporting. Also in attendance, Dan Cassidy to our right as well, who's out with injury. It's a loop towards that net, but it's the easiest save of the afternoon for more from the boot of Theo Goddard. Moore, he knew as soon as it left his boot, it wasn't what he intended. 5 minutes to go until half-time here on CUTV. Coventry United 2, Histon 0. In the United Counties League Premier Division South. And another goal At the Vitality Stadium, Bournemouth are 2-0 down at home to West Ham. Brentford, meanwhile, are 1-0 up at Brighton. Sunderland 0, Fulham 0 at Craven Cottage. Liverpool still 1-0 down at home to Nottingham Forest. And Wolves and Crystal Palace playing out a board draw as well at the moment. Now, a real turnaround at Southampton, now that Will Still is gone. They were 5-0 up before half-time at Charlton. Ended up winning 5-1. But, crucially, Coventry will be top of the tree when they head to Middlesbrough on Tuesday after that 3-2 win against West Brom. Harkin. And try to find a United man in the area who wasn't there. And United have got to keep the effort up. They've got to keep the pressure up until half-time. They don't want to give Histon a sniff. And they're not going to get one with West as it bounces behind Gould, and another match ball is going to be needed. We're going through match balls like golf balls at the moment. And the throw from Morley, header on by Lewis Wilson, who got the scoring started on 10 minutes, couldn't deny Danny Gould the chance to get onto it. Histon go nowhere on the assault. Harry Sawyer flicks it past the attacker in Theo Goddard. Downs. Dan Moore clears it. It's over the head of Gould, and the bounce on may be just what Ryan Harkin wanted. Dunn's waiting in the area. It's Cameron Dunn. It's 3-0. From defence to attack in a millisecond. Harkin and Dunn combine. And while Harkin may have the assist, Dunn is catching him up in the scoring charts. Who would have thought this? Coventry United in 9th place in the United Counties League table, beating a Histon side who could have gone top today. Well, when Dunn was found in that position, you would have never bet against him. Harkin turning provider. Dunn finishing it off. 3-0 before the break. The Anderson era couldn't have got off to a better start. Can the Suits lay a glove on the running greens before the break? It's a wayward strike. Danny balks at his efforts. Dan Moore away. Headed on by Lewis Wilson. Safri, and Dunn's lurking up there again. Fancies the hat-trick. Cleared as far as Gould. Hooked on by Goddard. Turned away by Adam Miles. Wilson keeps it in. Gives it away to Histon, and now the chance for Crisp. Out wide it goes. Jordan Foster, the number 7. Cut out by Devoyle. Charlie Shaw, plenty of blue shirts still up there. Devoyle ends the danger. York looks to start it again. More power than accuracy on that ball from the back. Well, the team of the month curse has indeed been avoided for the Red and Greens. Although you could say they got the curse out of the way at Moulton last week. Representative from the United Counties League here to give Coventry United their award for October. And a man who can take an immense amount of pride from that award is Jamie Bakaski, the once interim man in charge of Coventry United. Now back on the board as his football advisor role. And surely a foul there. Lewis Wilson knocked down. 2 added minutes to be played. Still, Histon can't find a way through. You can tell Adam Miles is back in the team. Harkin, Wilson, and Harkin. There was just a little drag on the shoulder there from Danny Gould, slowing Harkin down. That trickles out for a throw-in. And an awkward one for Wester controls. It's a hard hit ball back to him, but he clears before Dunn could do anything about it. And now Foster strides over the challenge of Chris Cox, shoulder to shoulder with Sawyer. Miles is back too, sandwiched between a rock and a hard place, and Coventry United take a bite out of Histon there. It's not quite meat in the corn sandwich, but it will do. In joke there on CUTV, but from one of our many trips to Quorn, they either went very well or not well at all. You had to be there. Here's Bulk. Histon need to get something before the break. And they won't here. Harry Sawyer in with a challenge, and the last touch came off the Histon number 11. It's a goal kick. And everything that could have gone right in this first half has gone right for the Red and Greens. Terry Anderson. His team are 3-0 up, but it's still not enough. He wants more. He wants the old 5. Last seconds of this first half. We're coming to the end of the 2 added minutes. More away. Wilson trying to get on the end of it. It's an unmarked header by Crisp. Barnes can only apply it to the feet of Sawyer, but he's got it back again. Connor Barnes. Is there something to hold on to for Histon? No, it's a poor cross from Barnes. And the referee brings his whistle to his lips and ends a remarkable first 45 minutes back in the dugout for Messrs Anderson and Morton. It could not have gone better, but they've got to finish it off after the half-time break. Half-time score here on CUTV. Coventry United 3, Histon 0. Second half coming your way here on CUTV with commentary from Liam Cook. Half-time score, Histon 0, Coventry United 3. An unbelievable first half from the Coventry United side, now under new management, and two changes from Histon as they try and stop the rot that they were on the receiving end of in the opening 45 minutes. Danny Gould and Aidan Tockley have been withdrawn, with Luke Kenny and Jake Kerins on in their place. For Coventry United, it's all about getting to the finish line with that lead intact. They're 3-0 up. One from Lewis Wilson, his first goal for the club, and two from Cameron Dunn. And an early lob on there from Joe Neal. Smacks his midfielder in the back there. That was Luke Kenny, I believe, getting it in the back. And the throw in front of us by Steph Morley, headed back where it came from by Safri. Steph Morley, only as far as Jake Kerins, who's coming at centre-back, and Safri has moved out wide. Cleared as far as Cox in the centre circle, headed on, and Jake Kerins able to return to West. And as the rain starts to... It looks like they've gone free at the back, actually. It's... If Histon have gone free at the back, a negative thing to do, well, they're 3-0 down. It's going out for the corner there, the cross down the left-hand side, blocked by the United back line. So it does look, in fact, from one of our supporters here, Martin Welsh, Eagle Eye, we're going to call him now. Histon have gone 3-4-3 for the remainder of the game. It's Downs away from the corner, easily dealt with at the near post. Bulk. A chance to whip it back in. Histon needs something special here to come back. Cushion header down by Cox. Barnes battling with Harry Sawyer and couldn't find a route through. But an early indication here that Histon mean business. Lob to the left-hand side. Couldn't find the man in blue. Throw in for United. Level with their own penalty here. They've got to clear their lines here as the floodlights take over and the weather starts to turn again. Moore. So header up by Lewis Wilson. Now Ryan Harkin. Morley back to down more between the six there from Steph Morley. Shaw collects neatly on the right. Harry Sawyer. Chip ball down the right to Voyle, will give chase shoulder to shoulder with Bulk. He's overrun it. And that will go out for the goal kick. The kick from West. Headed on by Crisp, but only onto the bonds of Sawyer. Crisp again. Volleyed ball by DeVoyle, and York gifts it to Cameron Dunn. He's on that hat-trick, but a sea of blue awaits him. And he couldn't take the ball with him. Thumped up field, and there was no chance Danny Bull was going to keep up with that launch. And it will be a goal kick for Coventry United. 4 minutes gone in this second half. The Red and Greens continue their 3-0 advantage. And with a lot of games cancelled due to the weather, this is a chance for the Red and Greens to really assert themselves in this playoff battle after the defeat against Moulton. United do have several games in hand. This will, for the most part, count as one of them. Now Barnes slides in on Morley to try and separate him from the ball on the edge of the area, but Coventry United standing firm. But Histon know that something has to be done to overturn this sizable deficit they find themselves on the receiving end of after the break. The cross from Barnes, cannons off Cox, off his hip, and it will be a throw-in level with the area on the right side for Histon. Long throw in. It's over York. Strike towards the net and spurned away by Dan Moore. Not the crispest of finishes by Crisp. But it was enough to draw Dan Moore into action. Another corner in and a towering header by Cox out to Riley Devoyle. He should have played that on the deck really. He's sent it skyward over Ryan Harkin. And the throw in front of us, which Carl Saffrey is going to take out of position. Right, smile on the face of the number 6. Now he's going to go back to West. United fanning out, moving as a unit. West. Barnes misses with the attempt to bring it down with the head. Kenny. Bulk. Dispossessed by Steph Morley, and a delightful through ball from Charlie Shaw. It was just a tad too powerful for Harkin. And a throw in midway into their own half for Histon. United may be on the back foot in this second half, but they are not melting under pressure. Leaping header by Cox from the clearance from West, and Saffrey. Someone must have danced his boots in clover. That ball sliding off. It's good to see United defender Daniel Cassidy to our left. Hopefully back in the United squad very soon after his recent injury. Barnes shields from Miles. And his handball claims against Adam Miles are unfounded from where I am. It looked like it's hit the hip of Miles. But it has affected out for a throw-in, and Saffrey getting to know Terry Henderson a little bit there. And again, trying to take a few too many yards with the throw. Wilson misses with the header clearance. It's Downs onto Crisp. Leap up there by Bulk, but it bounces to Chris Cox. High clearance from the skipper. O'Neill's header. Now Barnes drifting a little deeper back to help out in the midfield. Saffrey, and Bulk was the target, but it's cut out by Downs, who can only run it into touch. And the dulcet scouse tones of Terry Anderson. A welcome return to the Coventry United TV. It's like hearing the Coca-Cola advert at Christmas. Everything just feels right with the world. And the long throw to come from Theo Goddard of Histon. No, it's a little fake to Kenny. It's Goddard again. Powerful cross, too powerful for York. And at the other end for a throw-in to United. And there's been another goal at Anfield after half-time. It's a second for Nottingham Forest. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 2. Well, the goal from Savona for Forest. And the former Everton manager Sean Dyche getting one over on his old rivals. And United feeling that it should be a United ball. It looked to me as if it was Cox who hooked it out on that far side. No deflection from a Histon man. United stack back to receive the corner. It doesn't beat the first man. Luke Downs with a good header clear at the near post. Return to Goddard. Morley away and sent skyward by Bulk. Well, the new houses behind the end to our right here at Spingside haven't even been built yet, and they're already under fire from Histon's number 11. And United hope to be in action against Easington on Wednesday night, although that has a huge asterisk next to it due to the upcoming rain. I think it's going to be rain for the next 3 days at least. It will be back in action at the Butts Park Arena this coming Saturday for the visit of Newport Pagnell Town. 3 o'clock kickoff. Be there if you can. So of course, there will be live commentary and highlights from CUTV from that match, as there is with every match this season. It's evolved into a bit of a midfield battle now in the last couple of minutes between United and Histon. There's the throw from York. And headed out by Harry Sawyer, keeping the Stoots in their place. But cautious optimism from the Histon faithful, who have made the long trek to Coventry. And it's been better this second half, but couldn't have got much worse, quite frankly, for Histon. And the clearance from Downs from the throw, back to York. Cheeky back heel, and York goes for it, pulls out a brilliant parry from Dan Moore. Anything but a defender's finish with the number 5. Well, Histon seem to be keeping Jake Kerrins and Carl Saffrey as York pushes into more of a defensive midfield role in the second half. And the long throw from Goddard. York's up there again. You know, to try and scramble it clear. Saffrey can only flick it wide. Anderson wants to see team unity from his red and green side. He has options on the bench. Danny Fraser, Aaron Dickens, Charlie Faulkner, Stanley Jube and Sam Ellis amongst the subs. Of course, Histon have already made 2 of their 4 changes this afternoon. Only 4 players on the bench for Histon, and 2 of them are already on the field. So Histon at a significant disadvantage there. Here's O'Neill. And here's one of the substitutes, Kenny. Ducking and diving there was the Histon defender, but United thump it upfield as far as Kerrins. Sent high into the sky by Cox. Saffrey leaps above Lewis Wilson for the header, but stabbed away by Charlie Shaw, not allowing Goddard any time on it. But Histon have intercepted at the other end and slipped into the area. A chance now for Jordan Foster. And another brilliant save! Dan Moore denying Barnes. It seemed a certain goal, and Bulks Everett charged down by Harry Sawyer. United look on in bemusement as to why the flag wasn't raised. But you've got to praise the whistle. Dan Moore was not deterred, and that was a fantastic save with the right peg of the United number 1. Moore simply didn't have any right to save it, but he was not deterred. Brilliant stuff. Throw chested down by Sawyer, and the danger ended by Luke Downs. But Histon, although they're not quite able to tear this game away from the Red and Greens, they are starting to show a bit more fight in this second 45 minutes. They were a toothless outfit before the break. And Adam Miles swipes across Foster and punts it out. Well, Martin Said's got an upgrade from Stewart to Ballboy. Well, the throw to come, level with the area, and they're going to use the jet-propelled arms of Theo Goddard again. Here goes Goddard again. It's easy pickings for Red and Greens at the near post. Lewis Wilson with the clearance this time. Back in by O'Neill. Offside calls against Histon. Referee says no. It's York off the post! And the second's in by Kenny! And United again keeping Histon out. The goal leading a charmed life in this second half. What do Histon have to do to eradicate Moore's clean sheets? And there is going to be a welcome return for Charlie Faulkner in a moment. Header away by Cox. And the cross sent into the side netting. And here comes the United change. It is Faulkner coming on, we know that. Well, a bit of a calamity with the substitution there. Initially it was Lewis Wilson on the board, then it was Cameron Wright, but it is eventually Charlie Faulkner who's on the field. And Charlie Faulkner immediately sneaks in, and Faulkner, look at the cap off the substitute appearance of a goal and smothered by West. What an introduction that would have been. And a meaty slide in by Charlie Shaw, and the referee has given it to Coventry United for a throw-in on the far side. The Histon fans unhappy. They feel it should have been a free kick for the slide on Danny Bulk. Here's Kenny. Determined run through the middle and a trip on Devoyle on the way through. Devoyle just got the wrong side of the Histon substitute and draws in the foul. The free kick from Moore floats over the head of Wilson. It will be a throw-in right in the corner to Histon. But they've got to get this right. They give it away here. They are in a world of trouble. Safri. Wilson claims it. Shaw tries to get on the end of the seconds. It's Bulk who's there. York. And Goddard races to the left. Has he beaten Sawyer to it? No, he hasn't. Sawyer stands firm. Here's Cox. And falls kindly for Faulkner, doesn't it? No, he's shoulder to shoulder with Jake Kerrins, and Faulkner comes away with it. Faulkner looking for Charlie Shaw, and the offside flag is up. In fact, no, it's gone out for a goal kick. Oh, what a game this has been here at the Cameron Slater Arena. 25 minutes to go. Coventry United 3, Histon 0. It looks like United have ridden out that early wave of momentum after the half-time interval. Faulkner tried the 1-2, but the 2 was a little wayward. York clips it into midfield, headed back where it came from by Chris Cox. Safri beats Harkin in the air. Downs. And Wilson racing to try and retrieve it. There was a little shove in the aftermath there from Kenny. Referee says it's fair game. It's back with Dan Moore anyway. Faulkner. He's in a different postcode here, but racing behind him is Danny Bulk. Can he get the cross away in time? Checks his run. It's Faulkner. Options in there, but it's headed away by Kerins. That's an aimless ball from the back straight to Moore. Almost halfway through the second half, and Coventry are getting another change ready. Is that Stanley Jube getting on? No, it's Danny Fraser. Danny Fraser's going to be coming into the fold. The light shining off his head there. I thought it was Stanley Jube's number 1 all over. Sawyer. Plenty of blue in front of him. Needs to find some red and finds it behind with Luke Downs. Shaw. Now Cox. Switches the play, looking for... Couldn't bring it down, but makes the block. Away by Kenny. Kerins, dangerous ball back to West, who's able to scoop it over Shaw. And Kenny can't keep within the confines of play. Little love shove from Lewis Wilson for good measure. And another Histon change coming up. Hopefully they've got the substitute number right. Morley looking for options halfway into Histon territory, and he gets it back from Ryan Harkin. Shaw. He's got another thrown out of it, sandwiched between Goddard and Foster. And the sub coming now for Histon. It's the end of the afternoon for Danny Bulk. So Deacon Patterson replacing Danny Bulk. United halfway through the second half, and a fourth goal would surely clinch it. Wilson looking for an option, but cleared by Kerins. Wilson. Morley finds Ryan Harkin playing wide at the moment. Couldn't find a route into the area. Crisp found in the midfield. Punted on down the left, and Harry Sawyer ensures that Patterson won't get an early chance. Dan Moore slides along the wet grass to claim it on the right side of his box. Danny Fraser is going to be coming on momentarily. Are United going to go to a back five, or will it be a straight swap with Steph Morley? Test control in the area for Barnes, trying to drive it across. Dan Moore, who will not be stopped today. The right leg of Dan Moore swiping it away. Our clean sheets back again for the United number 1. Here's York, hassled and harried by Faulkner, that plays it behind to West. Safri. Off balance, finds Kenny on the right. Kenny. And now Crisp. United stacking men back. It's a high one by Foster. And arriving at the far post, it's a brilliant finish. Connor Barnes. Finally, Histon take a chance. And they have that glimmer of hope. With 20 minutes to go. It's 3-1 now here at the Cameron Slater Arena. And it looks like the number 8 is on the board. That will be Riley DeVoyle. And here it comes. It appears Coventry United are going to be going a bit more defensive. A defender on for a midfielder. Are they going to stick Morley at left centre-back and Danny Fraser on the left wing? Yeah, it was a lot quieter before Luke came back. Chases on down the left-hand side, slide in by Chris Cox. Denying Patterson the chance to break, and Cox plays it along the right. York prevents Harkin from making inroads. Faulkner couldn't keep within the confines of the park. Quick throw on. And Sawyer tries to prevent the corner. Oh, beautiful stuff. Harry Sawyer evading capture from Jordan Foster. Headed up by York. O'Neill. Danny Fraser heads it into the ground and rolls out for the throw to be taken by Max York. So United are keeping their shape. Fraser being utilised in midfield. Wayward cross through the area from Histon. And United have just got to try and settle after that Histon strike. They've got 18 minutes to go. They have 3 subs left. Histon only have 1. That being Max Ryan, who started the last game in that 2-2 draw against Manchester Rovers. You can clearly see there Danny Fraser is filling in central midfield. It's not a position he's used to be utilised at Coventry United. A header on by Safri and collected on the edge of the area by Dan Moore. Precious seconds ticking away for the Stoots, who had ambitions of sitting atop of the tree tonight with Nuneaton and Ailton out of action due to the weather. It's not in their immediate future as it stands. Fraser. Here's Charlie Faulkner. Now Morley, through ball down the left-hand side. Danny Fraser, Safri cuts across, but Fraser continues. It's Danny Fraser for Coventry United looking for a red shirt in there. The only man really in with a chance of tucking it home was Charlie Faulkner, but Histon able to avert disaster, and it would be a disaster to concede a 4th goal. Later on, we're here at Springstride. Where have you been? Alan Ward there watching the Sky Blues side of the city. It's only... did you hike it? Luke Downs just skims on the head of Charlie Faulkner. Kerins. And swept away by West. And Sam Ellis is the next man coming on for Coventry United. He's just been for a warm-up. And it looks like Max Ryan is also going to be introduced. And that's going to happen now. Steph Morley down. Probably an opportune time for Coventry United with the substitution happening. So Danny Fraser already on the field for Coventry United in the 2nd substitution. The 3rd now, Sam Ellis. And what a delightful ball that is for Ellis. Looking to latch onto it, but West meets him in the middle. Ryan, poor ball given away to Fraser. Down the left for Harkins, playing as a left winger at the moment with Faulkner down the middle. Safri intercepts. Slide by Fraser, couldn't take out Max Ryan. And Ryan's got the throw. Last touch coming off Sam Mears, and a quick throw down the right-hand side for Connor Barnes. Cox is all over him. Into Ryan. Foster, charged down by Cox. Adam Miles at the back, thumps it away. Header on by Kerins, flicked on by Goddard. And offside flag against the Histon winger, Jordan Foster. Coventry had already cleared it. It's more away. And Kerins lets it bounce harmlessly back to West. Histon have got one back, but they've got to find another two to take something from this game. Sawyer brings it down, unopposed. Wilson trying to battle his way through, and that's exactly what he's done here. A little drag from behind, free kick. Lewis Wilson has had a tremendous match today. Delivered by Morley. Safri. Ryan finishes the job, and now here comes Jordan Foster. Looked to slip it through for Barnes. Block made by Danny Fraser, but Foster with another crack at it. Barnes at free on the right-hand side. Connor Barnes trying to put it in. Blocked by the sternum of Adam Miles, out for a throw-in. Level with the area. The first half belonged to Coventry. Histon have had the second, but Coventry did more damage before the break than Histon have managed so far. 12 minutes to go. Coventry United 3, Histon 1. The throw from Goddard. And it's headed cleared by Danny Fraser. Shaw. Kung Fu-like kick from Kerins. And the more conventional boot away from Danny Fraser. Faulkner's header. Harkin will chase. He's the wrong side of Safri. Safri able to muscle it away from the Coventry Sphinx legend. Scored many a goal on this turf for the sky blue side of non-league. Safri, high one down the right. And giving chase was the number 12, Deacon Patson, but Adam Miles tracked back and thumps it away. And the referee, just as Ryan was about to take the throw, has called it back, and now Goddard is going to give it a go. Histon trying to take the throw out of position twice. Goddard has got his marching orders. Is this going to throw Histon off their game? In by Goddard. Safri heads up. Sawyer at the far post deals with it. And Max Ryan scoops it over. And there's been another goal at Anfield. 3 points sealed for Nottingham Forest. Morgan Gibbs-White makes it Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 3. Elsewhere, Bournemouth have come back to now draw 2-2 at home to West Ham. Brighton have equalised at home to Brentford. Still 0-0 between Fulham and Sunderland. And Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2 in the Premier League games. Here's Foster. Runs into the slide of Danny Fraser. Gets up and plays it along the deck for Sam Ellis. A crunching slide in by Safri. Got plenty of the ball though. Now Connor Barnes. Foster couldn't get on the end of it. Slide by Cox. And out for the goal kick as Cox's clearance connects with the outstretched leg of Connor Barnes. And Barnes trying to speed things up. Well, what an afternoon it's been for Moulton. Listen to this. Hinckley AFC 0, Moulton 5. And at Northampton Sowerby Rangers, it's Sowerby 1, Yaxley 1. So it could be a rare point for a Yaxley team, which has been in disarray since losing 5-0 to Coventry United after a run of fixtures being postponed. Fraser looks for Charlie Faulkner, another United change coming. And Charlie Faulkner trying to burst past Carl Saffrey, and Saffrey just not letting him through. And here comes United's next change. Stanley Jube is the man to come on. In fact, the change is going to be postponed. But it looks like Charlie Shaw is going to be withdrawn for Stanley Jube. Crossed by Fraser. Plenty up there. Harkins up there. Faulkner's up there. Neither could get a shot away. Sawyer. Faulkner beaten to the punch by Yaw, but he's battled it back. Charlie Faulkner looking for the cross. It's over. Ryan Harkin headed away by Ryan. Ellis on the end of it for the red and green. Slightly under hit to Lewis Wilson. Ryan again able to get his boot to it. Sawyer darting through. Faulkner on the right. Low drive in! And that's the fourth! And that is game, set, and match. Charlie Shaw dotting the I's and crossing the T's at Spinks Drive. Faulkner's low drill into the area, turned home by the former Highgate midfielder, who was just about to be withdrawn. The new era starting in style here at the Cameron Slater Arena. Charlie Shaw gets in on the action. Goal for Coventry United, scored by number 7, Charlie Shaw. Substitution for Coventry United, replacing number 7, Charlie Shaw, is number 16, Stanley Jube. So, immediately after scoring, Charlie Shaw is off. Stanley Jube makes his way onto the field. It's 4-1 to the Red and Greens into the final 6 minutes here at the Cameron Slater Arena. What a day this has been. There's a throw from York. And it drifts out of play for a Coventry United goal kick. It's perhaps harsh on Dan Moore that he hasn't taken a clean sheet from today's game, but he has been fantastic. The boot from Moore. York's up for it, beats Wilson to that aerial punch. And out it goes for a United throw-in. Harry Sawyer will take it. Last 5 here on CUTV. Coventry United 4, Histon 1. Histon side banging form have been swept aside by a revigorated Red and Greens. Sawyer's throw, looking for Stanley Jube, headed back right came from by Ryan. Histon now surely staring down the barrel at Spinks Drive. Jube loses that to Ryan. Trying to play it over the back, but it's Harry Sawyer who gets down and dirty and keeps it in Coventry United's hands. But Ryan again, the third time. Max Ryan, he just won't be denied here. Still going Ryan. Goes to ground in the area. Muted appeals of a penalty. Referee says nothing doing. York flicked away by Jube. And now Ryan Harkin will latch onto it down the right-hand side. Is there time for the old five here? Ellis is arriving at the far post. Still Ryan Harkin! The old five found in style! A man famed for scoring goals at this famous old stadium, but usually in blue. Ryan Harkin in the colours of Coventry United hits another one. He won't let Cameron Dunn have all the glory. Five of the best for a five-star performance from Terry Anderson's Red and Greens. And be honest with me, you didn't expect Ryan Harkin to go all day without a goal, did you? Coventry United 5, Histon 1. Goal for Coventry United, scored by number 9, Ryan Harkin! Well, United have hit plenty of old fives at this ground when they were here originally between 2015 and 2017. And there's another one to add to the collection. And another change for the Red and Greens is incoming. Aaron Dickens is ready to make his way onto the field. And Gaz Hardick, he's been lethal with that substitutes board today. It looks like Ryan Harkin's coming off now. And the ball down the right for Foster and slid out with force by Adam Miles. And Downs puts it out for the corner after the quick throw. And United rarely make changes during corner routines, so Dickens will have to wait for now. Well, this will be the last of the 5 changes for the Red and Greens. Before Dickens can make his way onto the field, United have got to contend with this Goddard corner. Leaping above the rest is Lewis Wilson. Great stuff. Ellis caught on the slide. Not enough of the ball taken by Kenny. And here comes the sub, and it is Ryan Harkin being replaced by Aaron Dickens. Hey, can't blame me for the music today, they're out, ain't they? Get out of it. Long ball to Wilson. Aaron Dickens on for the remaining few minutes. Is there a 6th in the offing? No, there isn't. Cleared as far as Luke Downs. Fraser. An added time about to start. Here at the Cameron Slater Arena, Coventry United have controlled proceedings. Even with Histon putting on a better show after the break, they still are losing the second half 2-1. Crisp. Now Foster. Looks for Barnes, who got the only goal of the game for Histon, but Chris Cox doing the necessaries. Now York. And lets that one go to Charlie Faulkner, and 5 added minutes have been confirmed. Here's Jube. And now Dickens. Dickens going for it! Well, what a story that would have been for Aaron Dickens. Here's Wilson. It's underhead there. Dickens trying to take it off West. Histon keeping the damage to 5 for now. Kenny, can he reach it down the right? Deflected out for the corner, off the boot of Danny Fraser. Ryan Harkin just announces the man of the match chosen by our sponsors, No Out Transport. The corner headed out on the other side by United. Jube tries to keep it in and does, plays it along the right. Kerins keeps it alive for Histon. Slide in by Faulkner. And Coventry keeping Histon out. We've already had nearly 3 minutes of added time. Will there be a 6th for the Red and Greens? They don't want to get greedy now. And a free wall for Barnes for Histon to try and help out the goal difference a little. Loses his stride under the pressure of Chris Cox. Hits the deck. Crisp collects for Histon. But Charlie Faulkner sending him to the ground. And Ellis is going to race towards it. Has York got the legs? Yes, he has. Just beats Ellis to it. And here's Jake West. It's been a poor afternoon for him. Headed back to the goalkeeper by Chris Cox. Great awareness. Moore. It's stabbed down by Goddard. Now Patterson. And Sam Ellis. In fact, it's been kept in. It's staying in on the... This near side of the field, looked like for all the way it was going out. It has gone out now, but it trickled all the way along the line. I think the little streak of mud going down the touchline actually kept the ball in the confines of play. Goddard avoids the slide of Danny Fraser. Still going Theo Goy's got 3 men all over him. Now Max Ryan. Head back to Ryan. And sends it out for the goal kick. He's furious. He thinks that Luke Downs got the last touch. $30 to go of added time. Coventry United with an unassailable lead. Time breezes fly when you're having fun. It's gone by in a breeze here at the Cameron Slater Arena. More away. The final whistle blows. What a start for Terry Anderson and Luke Morton with Gary Harnick by their side. The legendary managerial duo slots straight back into the old routine. The old 5 at Spinks Drive. Histon's ambitions of hitting the top of the tree will have to wait for another week. But a clinical display from Coventry United. 2 from Dunn and 1 each for Wilson, Harkin and Shaw. It's a 5-star performance for a 5-star Red and Greens. Full time here at the Cameron Slater Arena. Coventry United 5, Histon 1. I don't want to get done for copyright. Well, the music isn't working, but we've gone down to other measures. Now, of course, it's Roy producing the music, as he used to do. Yeah, have your phone back. I'm not taking that home with me. But thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. We're back on Wednesday for the trip to Easington. Thanks for your company. We'll see you later.